Hello guys, in this video I will show you how you can snap your windows into a custom layout on Windows 11 and also on Windows 10. First I will show you the basics, then I will show you the more advanced stuff introduced in Windows 11, and then I will show you how you can do the same thing and even more using third-party tools on both Windows 10 and Windows 11. As always, all the necessary links are in the description as well as the timestamps so you can skip any part of the video, and let's get started with the basics. On Windows 10 and Windows 11 you can split the display into two zones, left and right, and then you can split every individual zone into two, top and bottom, so at the end you can get 4 zones. So if you want to snap this window to the right zone, then you can drag it to the right edge, like this, or you can press Windows and the right key. And if I have another window, then I can do the same with the left zone, or I can drag it into the left bottom corner to fill only the bottom half, and the same also works with the top corner, of course on both sides. And you can also use the shortcut keys Windows up and Windows down to get the same effect. So those are the 4 zones. Now Windows 11 introduced another thing. On Windows 11 you can hover your mouse over the maximize button and then you will get all of those layout options and you can choose into which zone you want to snap your window. This becomes especially useful if you have an ultra-wide monitor and you want to divide your display into 3 zones, for instance. So with this you can snap your window, for instance, into this zone. And then if you have a second window, you can fill the rest by dragging this one to the left edge, or with the shortcut key Windows left. The same you can also accomplish by hovering over the maximize button and snapping into this layout. So all 3 methods do the same thing here. Now let's see more interesting things. There are shortcuts for all of those. You can also open the layouts window if you press Windows Z, so you don't need to hover over the maximize button. And you can select the layout using the arrow keys or using the tab key, and then just press enter. If this is still too much clicking for you, then you can do Alt-Z and then access each of these 6 groups using Alt and a number. So for instance, if I want to access this group here, then I can press Alt-3. And let's say I want to snap it to the right, then this layout is 1, 2, 3. So I will just press 3 on the keyboard. And there it is. So using the same logic, let's do Windows Z, then do the second group, Alt-2. And then I want to snap it to the left, so I will press 1. Let's try again, Alt-Z, third group, 2. That's it. And there is one additional thing you can do. You can press Windows Alt and then with the arrow keys shift the window left and right as you want it. And also with the up and down, split it up or split down. So this is actually very exciting and not a lot of people know about this. Alright, so this was Windows 11. The problem is that you don't have these layouts on Windows 10, so you will need to use some additional tools. The tools that I will show now work on Windows 10 and also Windows 11. The first is Microsoft PowerToys, and you can find it in the Microsoft Store. Just search for PowerToys. This is it, and it is developed by Microsoft, so this one should be safe to use. You can press this button to install it. Let's do this quickly. Install. Alright, installed. Let's close that. And let's start Microsoft PowerToys. PowerToys. This is it. It's running in the background, and now if you want to snap your window, just drag it. And now while dragging, if you press Shift, then you will see those zones appear, 1, 2, 3, and you can drag the window into one of those zones. Let's say I want to drag it into the third zone, just release the keys, and here it is. Same thing, drag again, press Shift. Now I want to occupy both zones, 1 and 2, so drag the window in between. Now both are highlighted, just release the keys, and there it is. And now if I get a second window, let's drag this one into the third zone, and there it is. You can customize a lot of things here. If you open the PowerToys options, here you have a lot of settings, not only for layouts, but in this video we will focus only on FancyZones. FancyZones are enabled, and here you have the layout editor. Let's open this one. Here you can define layouts for each monitor. I have 2 as you can see, and for this active one, this layout is set as active, which you can see in the background. Now let's say I want to set this one as active. The preview changed in the background, and also I can edit the layout further. And let's say I don't want spaces around zones, I can disable that and save it. And as you can see, there are no more spaces between the zones. You can also create custom layouts. I will not go too much into this, but let's say I want to create a grid. Create. Let's drag this to the side. And now here you can customize your layout as you want. So you can create all sorts of things. And when you're done, just save it. Set it here as active and also change the spacing. Remove it, for instance. Save. Let's close it. And now this is the final result. But I'm actually pretty happy with this one. So I will set this one as active. All right, let's check it out. This one and this one. Works very nice. The only thing that doesn't work is if you try to combine this with the window snapping. As you can see, it will not fill the rest of the area, but it is how it is. Let's close those again. The second tool that I can recommend for Windows 10 users and also for Windows 11 that I have been using in the past, and I think it is absolutely worth mentioning here, is this one, WindowGrid. And don't be discouraged by the website and by the not secure here. This is such an awesome tool that I just have to show you. So if you go to downloads, you can download it here. Let's do that. And let's install it. So I want to install, I don't like shortcuts and I don't want to update and no splash screen. This is the right folder and okay. That's it, it should be running. Let's close that. And now if I open a window, similar as with PowerToys, I can drag it, and while I'm dragging, I can press the right mouse key and this grid will appear, and now you can drag it wherever you want, release the right mouse key, and while still dragging, make it occupy all of this space, for instance, and release. So this is very handy if you want to do something like this or something like this. Very easy to use, and you can also customize it. Here you can see the current dimensions, 12 by 6. Let's say I just want 3 columns and 1 row. Save it, close. And now if I do the same thing, drag the window, right click, then I get something like this. And now if I release the right mouse button, I can occupy this here. And then the second window, I can occupy this here. So really easy to arrange your windows as you want. And I was actually pretty happy with this one. Now one thing worth mentioning, if you scroll a bit down here to the Bitbucket page, then you will see the last change was 2016. So it is a bit old and not really maintained, which is not so great. But nevertheless, this tool is just so simple and so awesome that I had to mention it. And that's all about layouts. Thank you very much for watching. If you like the video, if you like my content, then please subscribe, give a like and hit the bell icon to get notified when I release new videos. It helps the channel grow and I really appreciate it. So thank you very much and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.